Mr. Rescue. I just wanna ask you one question. Now will you give the rescue? You not give him the people what they want. Then you say you give the rescue. Let me ask you, Mr. Rescue. The people say not like you. You say you coming to rescue your people. Oh, now why you to us? You even claim to even be the hero for your experience. But why you for us? So why the rest now stable? No job, no food to put on the table. No just for the poor. Once you not get no money, rest and show your kids get poor. No opportunity for the youth. Instead of help people, they breaking property on the youth. Tell me why the people vote you for. You treating the people. I hate to say you not alone. It's a rescue. I just wanna ask you one question. That will you give the rescue? You not give him the people what they want. Then you say you give the rescue. Let me ask you, Mr. Rescue. The people say not like you. You say you are coming to change things. But we not seeing changes. Promises you made you and your rescue team. We not seeing changes. You made the whole country divided into two. CDC and Unity Party, they can't conclude. You downsizing, you wish haunting. Now on the top of the Liberian people suffering.
Okay, good afternoon, good morning, good evening.
Now on the top of the Liberian people suffering.
What a pleasant way to welcome you to Freedom Hub on 87.9. This is the People's Radio. With too many things making the news in the country, Liberia, drugs on the increase in the Republic. Another huge consignment of drugs arrested in Marshall City, Magibi County. This time around, somewhere around $190+ million. A little over $190+ million worth of cocaine and other hard substances arrested. What is happening to Liberia? Why is our country so associated with drugs? Just few days so the independence celebration, our country Liberia is going through a lot with the latest discovery of plenty cocaine in the country. Already we are not tired, we are not done with the $19 million cocaine situation. And at about now, the government is again telling us that they arrested 2 individuals in connection with another huge consignment of cocaine. Somewhere around $190+ million USD. Why do we have drugs keep popping up in this government, especially when Joe Baka is the president? I thought these people said drugs would be the a thing of the past when they came to power. Why do we keep having drugs issue permeating the corridors of our space in this country? Why do we have drugs information in the media space in this country? Too many things that would need to be investigated. Is the government sincere about the fight against drugs? Was this current buzz in connection to the $19 million situation? Did the Liberian government receive tip-off from the U.S. government intelligence arm? Was this a national endeavor or a particular situation involving international law enforcement agencies? What do we know? What has been reported so far? We're going to jump into that conversation here on 87.9. On the flip side of issues, Minister Samuel D. Twere Jr., the former Minister of Finance and Development Planning, is accusing Vice President Jeremiah Kpankun of instituting diabolical measures aimed at ensuring that Samuel D. Twere's non-guilty verdict will be overturned. In simple English, Samuel Twere is accusing Jeremiah Kpankun of trying to overturn his own non-guilty verdict. The court initially said Samuel Twere is not guilty of all of the charges that were brought forth against him. But again, Samuel Twere is saying Jeremiah Kpankun is threatening the judge. Jeremiah Kpankun is threatening Judge Feka, Judge Usman Feka, who is at the level of the court, to overturn Samuel Twere's non-guilty verdict to make it a guilty verdict. Samatoy said he won the case ever since, and he is not going to submit himself to any kangaroo justice. Alexa will read his posts. Alexa will read all of the different posts he has done since the inception of this new development right here on 87.9. Too many things to talk about. My name is Kai. Princess Alexa Vanja Cody is also here. Our boy Jeroen Roosevelt is not here today. We are hoping that he's going to join us on tomorrow, as we intend to continue the tripartite arrangement here on Freedom Hub. 87.9 is the frequency. We take a break. When we come back, we bring you Crime Stoppers Liberia, our official sponsor. Later on, we're going to jump into Win Liberia. Those of you playing the cash giveaway, you can remember the code. Star 255 star 1 hash remains the code for Lone Star Cell MTN subscribers. While those of you who are playing the orange money can dial star 255 star 6 hash. The more you play, the better your chances are. $50 Liberian dollars to play. And when you stand a chance to win, you're going to win between 2,500 LD to 10,000 Liberian dollars. Remember, the highest person who will play, the highest player, stand a chance to win bag of rice. During the course of the weekend, you stand a chance to win television, S boxes. There are too many big prizes coming up during the course of the weekend. It all boils down to those of you who will play more. The more you play, the better your chances are. We will take a break. By the time we come back, we jump into the issues here making the news in Liberia.
I just want to ask you one question. Now will you give the rescue? You not give him the people what they want, and then you say you give the rescue. Let me ask you, Mr. Rescue, the people say not like you.
Keeping us safe, let's stopping crimes for all of our Crime Stopper. The people bringing safety to your door. Crime Stopper, stopping crime and making peace for them before. Crime Stopper Liberia, from the center to interior. Crime Stopper, keeping us safe, let's stopping crimes for all of our.
Crime Stopper Liberia is your community crime fighting partner. Don't take the law into your own hands. Remember, if you see a crime, report it. This is a message from your own self, Old Man Sam Cyan.
Crime Stopper, the people bringing safety to your door. Crime Stopper, stopping crime and making peace for them before. Crime Stopper Liberia, from the center to interior. Crime Stopper, keeping us safe, let's stopping crimes for all of our. Crime Stopper, the people bringing safety to your door. Crime Stopper, stopping crime and making peace for them before. Crime Stopper Liberia, from the center to interior. Crime Stopper, keeping us safe, let's stopping crimes for all of our.
Okay, so welcome back to the program Freedom Hub on 87.9. My name is Kai. Alexa is here. Alexa, good afternoon. Welcome.
Hi. Hello, Oliver. And I would like to say good morning, good afternoon, good evening to all of you. However, where you're joining us, we'd like to say welcome to today's presentation of Freedom Hub. We have a lot to talk about. Given the recent breaking news in country about, another consignment of drugs, I guess we're going to talk about that because we have been on, this discussion for a couple of days, couple of weeks, and now we have another consignment. So Jerome is not here today. I don't know, but I'm sure he is okay wherever he is. But we'd like to say welcome and welcome.
Okay, so too many things to talk about. Too many things to talk about. Another drug bust in the country, Alexa. What is it? What is it from your end? We'll try to bring some of the audios, but let's know what is it from your own angle.
Man, there it is like another disappointment because it is more like you are, you have already had another mess and you're trying to work that out. And it was not even sorted out. Then you have another one. So it keeps piling up. Like I don't know exactly how this is going to be, how Liberians are actually receiving this. I have a lot of questions. Well, honestly, I have a lot of questions that I'm going to ask, during the conversation. And this is going to be something that I think people should remove their political, especially those people who are always on the defensive. They need to put down their defensive garments, because we're still going to ask all the hard questions, and however way they're going to label people, it is up to them, because you cannot be in the middle of divorce. You're not even done, and then you go ahead and you're marrying someone else.
We're not even finished with
Exactly.
with the $19 million drugs,
100%.
and we got new drugs coming in the country, and they want a $190 million.
You have a mess that you are yet to clean up,
Good.
and then something else adds to it, something that's bigger than the previous one. So I think that's basically what I'm saying. But what I'm actually thinking about here, I'm just imagining mothers, I'm imagining our young people who are victims, I'm just imagining a lot of ordinary Liberians who have walked on that particular day in August, saying no to drugs, and calling on the government of the day to do what is necessary to make sure that our young people are not, you know, into this thing about being victims every now and then. But then it continues to get worse, because you are not even seeing the point where the people are to sort out the problem that you have at hand. So this is like very big, and I see a lot of different people. They're asking questions as well. They're having different comments, and it gets back to speculations, Oliver, because people are going to speculate again. So it goes back to LDA, it goes back to the joint security, to be very honest and fair with this entire thing. They've already started that with televising from the beginning of this new burst that they've already had. We saw that on video. People did not actually expect that today we're going to have another update. That's very unfortunate for the young people, for the mothers, fathers who have been crying and every day, advocating for, the availability of drugs to not be as it is in the country. So it is a lot, but I'm actually disappointed, and I'm actually sad that at this point in time in Liberia, we have turned into a country where people cannot boast of a country that is 100% drug free. I'm not saying other countries are, but a country that is still struggling, and then you have people still politicizing from the other side, trying to say at least we're doing this. This is not an at least situation. No, this is not an at least situation. You're not doing anyone a favor to say, oh, you've already caught some of the people who are involved. The questions that are to be posed to you, I think you should be able to answer those questions courageously without thinking about any other interferences or interventions from people who probably might be involved with this. But as we go ahead, we're going to talk more about it.
Okay, so basically, that's exactly where we are. Another drugs, breaking news, another drugs in the country, another drug discovered in the country. Liberia is now a country where almost every day we will find cocaine. Almost every day there will be a discovery of cocaine in the country. Cocaine in the country every day. Why is the country being so associated with cocaine? Why do we have cocaine all over the place? Cocaine. The last time, $19 million cocaine. Today, around $190 million. More, it could be more than that. It could be more than $190 million. Why do we keep having this situation in the country? It is a $1 million question that needs to be answered. That is where we are. But we'll go and play for you a particular clip. And this is going to be through a kind courtesy of one of our sisters media entities. Yep, they did the clip. Let's acknowledge. Let's acknowledge this particular entity that's focused on Liberia. Focus on Liberia did a particular coverage of the event as it was unfolding in the Margibi area. Can you imagine as it was unfolding in the Margibi area, and we saw Eugene Fagon went there, and so forth, and the rest of it, all that thing. I mean, I ain't gonna jump the gun, but we're gonna have a whole nice conversation about this issue. But as it is, here are journalists, including our own reporters, Yeah, our journalists, but because of some technical issues, we were unable to use the audio from our team. But this is what happened today.
Just million of dollars worth of drugs, and it's being kept. This entire horse is like a storage facility. This entire horse, this is where the drugs is being kept. And how are this intelligent gather? We ask the necessary question. We ask the necessary question. They even have pistol, weapon. They were armed. I have never seen a weapon like that in the country.
I mean, you didn't fucking show more. You know, you won't listen to. What fucking talking all like that in the audio? I have never seen weapon like that. You can go to where weapons are stored before you know what there are weapons like that.
I come in to this place. One or two is also here, and hierarchies of the Liberia National Police are here. Let's see if we can have a tip shot of these people. These are two foreign nationals. They've been.
This fellow just by his head down for many suspects.
Hello, how are you?
So we listen to the prophet saying that some other
strong. You look at the muscle. You see attempting to move. Making an attempt to move. I can cross to speak to community dwellers. The EPS plus SIM is also here. NSA guys are around. This is a very huge operation, a massive one. What I've seen in there, worth more than $1 million. I mean, million. These drugs are yet to even be touched. Like they haven't done anything yet. They haven't mixed the drugs. No dilute, nothing. Like it's just in a storage. Each of these stuff have about 50 plus.
truck is reversed. This is where the trucks will be police. There will be
I don't even know how the police will bundle that huge car. I mean, the guys are boxer. How will the police even bundle him? For the police to have him down, I think they were very tactical.
you even have substance. According to the police, that they detected you into. A very hard
Substance.
substance. You could see your expression. You could see how all of your veins or your face is stimming. So this is where the drugs will be brought.
Okay, all right. So that is it, my dear Liberian people. So if you're listening, we're not discussing anything different, though. But right, the reason why more radio stations are established that will be talking Google things in the country and be discussing the better things happening in the country. But we keep looking for good things happening in the country, we can't find it. If enough police people go into battery factory to go do eviction order and people chunking them with rock, they firing tear gas, breaking people's properties, then are drugs they found. If they not found drugs, then are the part of debt that parking all the way to Center Street. What make it the government pull cement wall on the quota, they block the road. If it is not it is the poo water that leaking up from the sewage line to water side. If it's not that situation, then I mean every day something terrible is happening. Every day something terrible is happening. And until these terrible things can stop happening, we will not change the conversation. Because the essence of these platforms, the main reason why we're here and other people are on their different platforms is to provide the necessary information to the people of our country so that the vices of our society, the ills, the many difficult things in the society will be addressed. Here we are again, another drug situation. But Front Page Africa was able to compile a particular report, and we'll be feeding in from that report. So Alexa will read what was published by Front Page Africa in regards to this second drug issue. Now, don't get us wrong. We have not gotten to the bottom of the $90 million drug. The $90 million cocaine where they arrested, what got people hands connected to AB hands, they not called their names yet. We have not gotten to the end result. Today, we are gathering information. It has been reported, and we are seeing footage all over the place, videos and stuff of individuals being apprehended with another $190 million. That one of the two women brought a $190 million plus cocaine. We still want to know. But let's all read what Front Page Africa was able to to compile.
Okay, so this Front Page Africa, it says Colombian Spanish national arrested in Doazon drug burst tied to 19 million RIA cocaine case, and this is Rognissier. Like they put it one together. So it says a joint security operation has raided a stash house in Doazon, arresting a Colombian and Spanish national in the first foreign arrests to emerge from the month-long investigation into July's U.S. 19 million cocaine seizure at Roberts International Airport. Several Liberians are also in custody. The full quality of drugs recovered is still being counted. It says a joint security operation has led to the arrest of one Colombian and one Spanish national in Liberia just over a month after authorities busted a 19 million drug shipment at Roberts International Airport. We have been investigating since the seizure of the U.S. 19 million drugs at the RIA. Our painstaking investigation and smart police work led us to the stash house. A senior member of the joint security team appointed by President Joseph Boakai told Front Page Africa from the same Tuesday morning. Front Page Africa has been informed that several key Liberians are also in custody in connection with the stash house. The quantity of drugs recovered there is still unknown as authorities continue counting, but it is believed to be worth millions of dollars. We are doing a complete count and we apply a street value, but we believe it is several tons worth. We also seized a weapon during this bust, the official told Front Page Africa. The raid is the most significant break yet in the case. Authorities opened after intercepting 237.6 kilograms of cocaine valued at more than US 19 million at Roberts International Airport in early July. Nearly all of the principal suspects in that seizure, including the men authorities alleged orchestrated the scam, fled the country before warrants could be executed against them. The case has since, it's just like a background of the the 19 million one. So they're saying this is a developing story, and of course you will have updates subsequently.
All right. Now let me say this to our people, and this is where chicken is coming to roast. Alexa, I don't know what you make of this whole drug issue, because we are not even done with the $19 million drug case, And this one is appearing. Somebody is saying they are related, somebody is saying they are not related. I do not care. If the $19 million drug is associated with this one, good. That means there is a whole lot to this. Then we can see from the surface. And so that's why we are not going to remain mute on this matter. What is going on in the country, Alexa? What are you reading? What are you gathering? The second, this should be the third major information about drug. Cocaine. We're not talking opium here. We ain't talking weed. We're talking hardcore drugs. Hardcore narcotic products. Very dangerous to the human race. That's what we're discussing. Let me hear you, Alexa.
Okay, so firstly, I would like to restate that we have not forgotten anything about the previous $19 million cocaine. No. Yesterday, I remember I recapped and I was discussing that. I was like, we've been asking a couple of questions and we're yet to get all the answers that we need. Liberians are asking questions, there are speculations, and people continue to point fingers to the first family, the second family, and some of the officials of government. And this is something that has become very political to understand, where you have people who are from this government, they're on the other end, just defending, disregarding the fact that the people who are mostly affected are our ordinary people, our ordinary brothers who are out there in the streets, our sisters, and you also have mothers who are crying every single day. They're also forgetting that this is one of the major pillars of their campaign, because this was a very serious message when we had George Weah as Liberia's president. Because one of the things that was said a couple of times was, oh, this man keeps bringing drugs in the country, and then you have our children, they're being ruined and everything else. Today, we have Mr. Boubacar as Liberia's president. So one would think that one of the major things that was going to be very high on his agenda was making sure that we wouldn't be discussing anything about drugs business in this country right now in the simple Liberian English. No, we'll not be saying, oh, people not bring drugs in the country. No. One would have actually thought that at this point in time, we will be discussing how this has been minimized, and the people who are probably responsible are people who have been brought to book. But no, this is a very different conversation. The issue about the 19 point something million dollars cocaine, it happened June. That was around the 9th, 10th, and it has been 1 month plus, because today is the 21st of July 2026 and it happened the 9th of June. It has been 1 month plus since we have been discussing this entire saga. We are yet to get the real answers to the questions. Of course, you're going to say some of the people were arrested and at the end of the day, they were charged because they facilitated. Who exactly did those people facilitate? That's a question.
Good.
We're yet to get answers to that. We got information about the security guards there at the airport. We got information about, the taxi driver. But you are saying it is a conspiracy probably, or it is something where it was facilitated. So who was facilitated? We're yet to get that. And that is not even at the end, where people have already understood, people have already gotten to the bottom of it, and now we have a new update of a new drug in the country. Oliver, this is something that's very sad. And I'm saying sad because no one would have actually thought that now we have this rescue mission that had campaigned that, oh no, drugs in the country, the availability, this is not okay for the country, and we're going to work that out. LDA has had a lot of changes, more than anything else that I can imagine. You have my own friend Abi Kurma, he was there. After that it was done, you have someone else there who has stated that you have big hands in the country who are somehow connected, and that is something that makes it hard enough to fight drugs in the country. Later on, he is not there anymore. Now you have a new OIC. I don't know where this OIC is right now because he was not present, I'm sure, or I stand to be corrected on that. And where we are, you have 100 and some more million US dollars at this point in time. I have a couple questions. Number one, we want to know that the contacts, the Liberian contacts, because it is not possible that you have these people here and they have like a whole house, a whole warehouse housing, a huge consignment of cocaine. They have Liberian contacts. They have Liberian contacts. I don't know if it is ordinary contacts or people who are the higher ups, but there are Liberian contacts, and you cannot tell me anything else.
Good.
The next question I want to ask is, I'm not sure that whole bash came through, the airport.
No.
I'm not sure. So what can I put in simple Liberian English? The free port of Monrovia or the other seaport name? They're not in Monrovia, out of Monrovia. Where exactly? Because I would not believe that was something put on a plane and that was something that was brought here because it was put on a plane. No, I'm not going to believe that. I'm not going to believe that. And I'm also asking who actually, because I don't want to blame, the landlord or whoever that maybe rented or leased that property to them, but we also need to know whose house is that? Who is the original owner of that house? We also want to know that. And I'm saying this because I know when this thing came out about the 19 million, where people say we already know what the house is. For me, I'm yet to see a picture of the house that housed the 19 point something million consignment of cocaine. Oliver, have you seen the house? An image of the house?
No,
I have not.
The $19 million house, we haven't seen it.
So trying to compare, I have not seen that house. I have not. So since we've already seen this one, it's okay. But who is the owner of that house? That's another thing. And do you guys have the phones of these two foreign nationals? Like, because we want to know who are the people they are talking to. And it goes back to the Liberian contacts. Who are the people they are talking to? Because if you get their phones right now, Oliver, you'll be able to know. If this person keeps talking to Oliver back and forth, you have to talk to Oliver.
Good.
If this person keeps talking to Alexa back and forth, you need to talk to Alexa, especially when it has to do with this whole drug thing. These are questions that are to be answered. And it is going to pain me. It is going to pain me so bad if we have people there defending, when in fact, the people who are victimized, it is not even about political party. You have someone who is a seditious. You have someone who is a member of ALP, Unity Party, different people, different political parties. Some of them, they are not even politicians. They don't care. They don't have any interest in politics. Yet they're out there. They're suffering. They're in the streets because why? You have these people bringing drugs in the country freely. They have the connects. They have the people to talk to. They are protected probably to some extent. So this is not something that you will sit comfortably in your office and tell us. We feed so much on bad news. It means you're insensitive. It means you don't actually care about this country. It means you don't love Liberia. Because imagine, we started one thing, we went down that rabbit hole, we did not close it, and here we are, a big one has opened. A very big one has opened. Are we going to forget about the previous one? No. We're still going to ask questions about the previous ones. We're still going to ask for new updates. We're still going to ask the joint security. How far is the investigation?
Right.
How far is the investigation? While we're asking questions about the previous one, we're asking you about this one now. All the hard questions, you need to answer them. And don't do this one like it is a secret part. No, it is not. Let's not secret business. George Bennett, not secret business. Everybody business. Everybody. Whether you're the president, Joseph Boakai, Vice President Jeremiah Cone, this is everybody's business. So I think this thing needs to be fought with seriousness. It needs to be fought with pragmatism. Don't just sit back and be like, after 2 weeks or after 1 week, after a few days, they're going to shut up. We have not stayed quiet about the $90 million one. And now you have a new one. What makes you think we're going to stay quiet. We're not going to stay quiet. We're still going to talk about it. So Gregory and his men, the joint security, the same energy that they've started using, because you went there again, televising this entire thing. And that was also one of the questions we asked previously.
Good.
Why we didn't have the same energy that you used before to televise other, drug situations? With the 19 million, it was quite different. And now we've already started with cameras. So I hope we're going to continue with the same cameras that you guys have started with. Because I know when it gets to a point where it is getting really tough, now you not want to put camera on again. Because you will say, maybe the justice minister will come to her and tell us, say, at this point, we're not saying nothing about it, no update to the public. And that would be a slap in the faces of Liberian mothers, Liberian fathers, in fact, the youngsters of this country who are already out there suffering, whose lives are already ruined because of drugs. So my people, I tell you the first thing I'm saying about it. I'm still going to talk more about this. Front Page Africa is on this, and you have other news outlets, they're on this. They continue to go in, they continue to talk about this, but we're not going to forget about this thing about drugs, because we know how it is. We know how drastic it is. We know how deadly it is for our people. And it is also very disappointing that now Liberia is gradually turning into a state where, the space is not protected. The space is not protected, because if you can have people to bring in that quantity of cocaine, do you know what else is happening in the dark? We don't even know. I'm sure more of those, the area that won't come from, plenty already there. And another question, is this also connected to the 19 million? Because it's in cocaine now, right? Is there a connection? The investigators have to work on that and let us know. Is there a connection? Because you had 19 point something million, cocaine bust. You have 100 and some more cocaine bust. Are they saying cocaine? Is there a connection? We need to know. One was in June, and today we're in July, so another one is in July. So is there a connection? And then when you have ordinary people to walk out there and say, we're here to march, we're here to protest because this country is not safe at this point in time, you say, oh, you're just going on a road to go waste your time. Mothers are not wasting their time. After all these things, what is next? So I hope the government of Liberia, through, the joint security, will do what should be done with no bluff. Because I know sometimes you guys are so much into content creation, you forget about the actual work you're doing. I hope you do what you are supposed to do. No monkey business. No monkey business. Because when you want to do monkey business, think about a girl that is out there. Think about a boy that is out there. So the same energy you guys use all the time to do things that are not so much as important as you deem it, I hope you use that same energy to getting to the bottom of this. Because if it doesn't happen, I know when the people are very tired and fed up, Oliver, you know exactly what to do. They take the laws into their own hands, and they think that they're going to protect themselves, they're going to defend themselves. And it happens either ways. So please.
Okay.
Please. The one we're baking you for now. On the other one, the 19 million, we're not baking you because we're tired talking, and we still talk. We still talk. Are there big hands that cannot be mentioned? Their names cannot be called? These are questions. These are questions, serious questions. And based on how you guys are going to handle this, it either leaves room for speculations or people are going to help in this entire process during the investigation. Based on how you relate to the public, it determines how they're going to react to what you're doing.
Okay.
You saw the 90 million, people speculated. You saw the Solumba border situation again, Oliver. Based on how it was handled, people speculated, and Liberians are still speculating. And you cannot get rid of that. Because if you cannot be responsible enough to communicate exactly what is happening as a government, if you're going to use this to politicize, and probably because you have opposition political figures talking about it, and you think that it is now something that's way more political, so you decide to give a political response, then it is a problem for you, because people are also going to respond politically, and that would be a serious problem. And that's not what we want, because this entire thing, John Paul John Bennett, it is everybody's business. It is your business. It is my business. It is Chris's business. It is Oliver's business. It is everybody's business. So do not sit there in your office, and when you're ready to update the public, some of your ministers sit there and they turn the entire thing into, a forum where you are just saying crazy things. That's not what we want. We're still going to ask, yes, you've taken these two foreign nationals, they're arrested, they've gone to wherever they're taking, usually when you're arrested for this and that, but we need you to go beyond just this regular content that was created, where you have our news people there, our friends in the media, they've already reported this. After today's report, what follows is basically what we need to ponder. But Oliver, yeah.
Okay, so after this, we're going to go and discuss the D12 issue. We'll take calls on the cocaine issue, then we'll go discuss the D12 issue later on. And so I'm not going to spend more time. Alexa asked all of the critical questions. One of the questions that I enjoy has to do with whether this new bust, which is somewhere around, an unconfirmed figure, will put it somewhere around, a little over $200+ million. This new drug should be around $200+ million. It could be 300, but approximately we're around 200+ US dollars worth of drugs. 200 million+ US dollars worth of drugs. Look, how did this drug come to the country? Nobody, and I get so sick to the stomach when I see government officials on Facebook. Oh, thank God for they want, thank God for they want, is happening, this one is happening. Nothing is happening. And let me say this to our people and let everybody know, down to Greg Coleman, who is listening, who is at the police headquarters or whatever, wherever he may be. We are being told, and I want all of you to listen. We are being told that our partners, the American government, the European Union, members countries in this country, they all have their security intelligence officers in country. And through their security intelligence and all sensitive information they've gathered, that's how they were able to trace. And I want you to listen. That's how they were able to trace where the guys got the whole room full of drugs. Somewhere over $200 million. In order to say government or Liberia sat down or people didn't. What people from the same security system telling us. People from the same joint security, what they're telling us, okay, where we got intel from several other people there around. That we had no other choice. Our bosses had no other choice but to run into action. Because it becomes difficult when the partners are electing you that, hey, we were tracing cocaine coming from so and so place, a cocaine already in your country, to XYZ horse. When you ignore that particular alert by the partners, it becomes difficult. So at that level, you are under no other obligation but to do just as you were advised to do. So I don't want to see government officials on Facebook posting, oh, they weren't happening, they weren't happening. We still want to know how the drugs came to the country. A good arrested 2 foreigners. a Spanish national, Alexa, and somebody from Colombia. Those two people, are they brave to bring over $200 million worth of cocaine to Liberia without Liberians helping them on the ground?
It is not.
Also, the men were in Colombia and knew their house in Dry Zone to put the drugs in.
It is not possible at all.
Who got the house?
Who is the owner?
Who is the owner of the house? Who is the owner of the house? Is the police willing to tell us how the drugs enter the country? Are they going to tell us? See now the police running after drugs now, it's not DEA again. Is the police going to tell us how the drugs enter the country? This is sad. It's a shame. It is a shame on the part of this government. You know why I say it is a shame? I say so because the same propaganda that you use when other regimes were confronted with the drug issue, it is the same propaganda hunting you down today. Is this the first time for a huge consignment of drug to be arrested in any country? No. Is it the first time for that to happen in Liberia? The answer remains no. But you know why? These guys who are on Facebook today posting, government officials who are on Facebook today posting, were the same people who years ago, months ago, and I'll be exact, a little over 4 years ago, they are the same people who were pointing fingers directly at government officials, even a certain president. I remember people in the Unity Party, they were pointing fingers directly at the former president, President Ware.
Without any evidence.
Oh, Joe, we are bringing drugs to the country. Oh, Joe, we are bringing drugs to the country. Oh, Joe, we are bringing drugs to the country. They said those things with no supporting details. Their only justification was the fact that it was President Ware who was president of the country when drugs got arrested at a coastal warehouse. On the basis of that, they ran into a conclusion that it was Joe Ware bringing the drugs. We went to election. The people beat Joe Ware with 20,500 vote difference. He turned the country over. He went to America to see his son play football. He's still there. I'm told that he's waiting for the CDC USA convention and he will be returning to Liberia. He's no longer president today. In less than 45 days, we are witnessing two major drug busts. The first one, $19 million at the airport. The second one, over $200 million living among the people. In Dwazon, among people.
Yeah, among people.
The first one to the airport, about to leave. $19 million worth, about to leave to the airport to catch it. The second one, over $200 million worth of cocaine living among the people, whether Dwazon or Marshall, but I honor. We'll get the details later. Man, this is troubling. Can Liberians now come out and say that Joe Barker bringing the drugs in the country, since indeed the $19 million was arrested under his watch as president, and the over $200 million was also arrested under his watch as president? Can Liberians now say the same thing? Technically, they could be wrong. Politically, propaganda for propaganda, they could be right. Because President Barker himself was a candidate. The politician, the political leader of the United Party, when his partisans were accusing his predecessor of being the one importing drugs, not because they saw the drugs in the presidential convoy, not because they saw the drugs at the presidential villa, but because they said he was the president of the country, and the matter of fact that drugs was discovered under his watch as president, he was a drug cartel member. That's what Joe Barker campaigner said. To the best of my knowledge, I can't remember a piece of newspaper where President Barker cautioned his supporters to refrain from aligning the former president to importation of drugs. Today, he is president of the Republic of Liberia. Under his watch, in less than 45 days, we have witnessed the seizure of of over $250 million worth of drugs. 19 million on the first instance. In less than 45 days, we are now reporting over $200 million worth of cocaine discovered. Can any Liberian citizen now say that Joe Biden bringing the drugs to the country? Like they said it was George Weah? Because the same thing happened on the George Weah. The security people arrested drugs at the coastal. You understand it? These campaigners who are today government ministers and directors, they outrightly accuse President Weah of being the mastermind, the man behind it. Today, $19 million. In less than 45 days, another over $200 million. Can we also say President Baka is the one behind it? Man, that would be so silly to say. Politically, it could suit the interests of those who are interested in the politics of the day. Like Alessa said, this is not a party issue, and that's why we're not going to treat it that way. If those of you in power today were going to treat the drug issue as apolitical, if you are going to treat the drug issue as a national crisis, leaving politics out, man, a lot of the people today would have had the rational understanding. They would have had the obligation to treat this issue as a sensitive national issue and not politics. But you know why you do not have the moral grounds to question anybody who would think that Joe Biden brought the drugs? You know why you do not have the grounds to question that person or to argue with them? It's because you yourself, when it happened under a different dispensation, you did not consider the future of this country. You were concerned about the next vote. You are concerned about the next election. And so instead of you focusing on tackling the issue from a societal perspective, you were busy scoring political goals on a matter that was very crucial and detrimental to the survivability of our future and the future of the young children in this country. That's what you did. And so today, fingers have been pointed at officials of the Unity Party government. There are people who think that these foreigners, the Spanish and the Colombian national, these individuals did not walk from their countries, whether from Malaga in Spain, or from Valencia in Spain, or maybe Barcelona in Spain. He did not walk from Real Madrid in Spain to come to Dwazon to bring drugs. There is somebody in government. There is somebody in high place. There is a Liberian with connection in government who will give him the go-ahead. Where did the drugs come from? Did the drugs come to the country through the free port? We need to know. Did the drugs come to the country through the airport? We also need to know. We need to know these things. Oh, we need to know. If there are citizens who are linking this drug issue to government officials without evidence, you in government, you got no right to question those citizens because you did the same. I may choose not to do it. I may choose not to outrightly accuse President Baka of bringing drugs to the country because my mood, or better say my mode of understanding things could be different from the other people. I could decide by choice not to do that because I do not think it is the right thing to do. But I cannot stop any other person to have their own assumption. Because you know why? When you were campaigning to be president, your officials made too many outlandish statements. Too many statements that could not hold water. They made a lot of statements that they could not substantiate. You sat there as the elder you are, without advising them, without telling them that even though we want to remove George Weah as president, it is wrong for you to be accusing or bringing drugs when you know he did not bring drugs. President Baka, you did not call your people to order. You didn't call them to order. They made music accusing George Weah of being a kuch importer. You dance to that music. Retire Buka dancer. The kuch killing us. Buka. You dance to those songs. Joe Baka. You dance to campaign songs in which the artists, the musical artists, were accusing President Weah of being the reason drugs were coming to the country. Today you are president. In less than 45 days, we have had over $200 million worth of drugs seized in this country. Can Liberian people wake up one morning and say you are the one importing drugs? Like you endorse in the case of President Weah through your silence? When you are an elder and you said that the children causing man causing the community and you're not calling them to order, you are indirectly endorsing their causing man. You sat there and watch your artists, your musical artists, your political artists make songs indicting the sitting president. You could not call them to order. You could not correct them. You didn't see it prudent to bring them to order and say, look, even though I won't remove George Weah as president, but you can't be accusing George Weah of bringing drugs to the country. When you all said no, all no, so we not get evidence. No, what President Baka, you accepted it. You sat on podium where those songs were being played. You even dance in.
They have placards.
Yeah, you have placards.
Yeah.
You even dance in an effort to endorse what they were saying. Today, the table has turned. You are the president of the country now. Why do we keep having $19 million drugs coming today and tomorrow we getting $200 million drugs coming to the country? Why? Why have you turned the country into a drug hub? A very concerned Liberian could want to ask that question. Why have you turned the country into a drug hub, a narco state? Another Liberian sitting somewhere could want to ask that question. And the reason they want to ask that question, the reason they want to reach to that decision of asking those questions, is just simple. They saw your campaigners do the same thing to your predecessor and you said nothing. That's one of the same problem you have with Yeka today. So one of the same problem you have with Yeka Koluba today. That's why you are having with the drug issue. You sat down on podiums at public gatherings. The same microphone you spoke through, Yeka held that same microphone and insulted the man who sat in the presidency before you. You were on those podiums. You didn't say a dang thing. I had my papa from Spoon Talk. Why is he Reverend? Why is he Reverend Standard? Unless I will get his name. You didn't bring them to order, Mr. President. You did not caution them. You allowed them to go with all kind of information. How our job, we are bringing a job because you were president. Today, under your watch, in less than 45 days, we now have over $200 million worth of drugs discovered in the country. Now you see why it is good to be very objective, even when you are hungry. No, I mean, let's be honest now. It's good to be objective, even when you are hungry. I know when people are campaigning, they become so irrational, they become so desperate. They want to undo the current government, and they want to make sure that the government is unpopular. They want to do everything. But even in your desperation, even in your hunger, even in your worst economic condition, your conscience got to be clear. The Unity Party did not do that for Liberia. No, they didn't. We saw these people making mountains out of small anthills. We saw them fabricating lies. Where propaganda failed, they were fabricating lies. Raw lies. Propaganda is half true, half lie. Yeah, the propaganda, they half true, half lie. But where propaganda failed, they were using raw lies, meaning 100% lies. That's what they were putting together. Those of you who are the elders in the Unity Party, you could not call them to order. We didn't see you call them to order. You felt they were doing the best. You felt they were doing the best thing for the country. That's what you felt. Today you are the president, and we are arresting drugs after every 45 days. Today what? Today, July 20 what? 2nd? 21st. Yeah, today July 21. The 21st of July today. Who knows? Perhaps August 21 will arrest $50 million drug again. Perhaps September 21 will arrest $100 million worth of drug. Why is Liberia turning into a drug transiting country under your watch, Mr. President? Are your government officials now aware that they accused the former president when he was in power? They accused him of being the one behind drug importation. Although they did not see anything to link him directly, aren't they aware that they said those things? Are they not also aware that with the same thing happening under your watch as president, that there are Liberians who will also link you to it? And that's why it is good when you are hungry. Even when you're hungry, be moderate. Be measured in the way you do your things, even when you're hungry. Even when you're hungry, even when you so desperately need that job, even when you are badly in need of government job, control your utterances. You sat here as the political leader of the United Party. Your boys were accusing your predecessor, the man who signed presidential papers before you. They were accusing him. You said nothing. In fact, you endorsed it by your silence. By remaining silent during those times, you were endorsing. The same way you were silent when Yeke was cursing another sitting president. In some instances, you will smile. And I said, an old man is smiling while a lawmaker is insulting the president. The country is headed for trouble in the future. We advise the citizens. They did not listen. Today, you are behind Yeke's remover. That is the same thing happening to the drug situation. If we as a country, if we were going to put aside our political differences, at the time we were only confronted by Kuch. If we have placed our political differences aside and jump directly on the drug situation as a country, regardless of our diversity, by this time, I'm not too sure any foreign group of individuals will be considering Liberia as a favorable hub for transiting their drug. Regrettably, you did not see it that way. The same way you did not see insulting leaders as morally bankrupt when you were in opposition, till you came to power and you are now sending Prophet Kid to jail for the same thing that you endorse. That the same way the drug treating you. Things you guys knew that you would not accept. That's what you did to other people. Oh, today you say, we'll go find new drugs, people. Now you're breaking the drugs now. The government officials are breaking the drugs. If anybody said that the person will be right, you are the ones breaking the drugs to the country. Officials of government are the ones bringing the drugs to the country. Anybody say the person will be right because when you were campaigning, you did not see it from a nationalistic perspective. You made politics out of the drugs issue in the country. Whether that Mo, whether that Baka Jalibao, whether that Emo 12, whether that Joe Baka himself, whether it was the Yeke Kolba who were you guys, whether it was the Prophet Key who you now put to jail, all of you accused the previous government of importing drugs. That's to what extent your desperation for power took you. You did not consider the implication of your actions. You did not consider that by doing so, by messing politics with key crucial national issues, you are undermining what could be a favorable opportunity for the country to right whatever creeping wrong that's confronting the country. No, you did not see it from that angle. You were so desperately in need of government portfolio. The government job where you will not even do good. Where they give you a government job, that 13-year-old children you're raping, that 15-year-old boy you're sodomizing, that $10 million property you're giving Joe Baka as a surprise gift, secret pa, info ya. That Liberia you're giving to Guinea, you can Liberia close your more, you can talk. And Guinea give you 15 pick up. I mean, how do you do this to the country? Now, how do you guys do this to the country? And when we talk, you all got all kinds of things to say about us. Yeah, for me, I do not care. I mean, I just don't care about what you guys say or do, what you guys think about us. The truth of the matter is, we'll remind you on a daily basis on why you should not even think about querying anybody. If anybody in the country say that government official then bringing the drugs to the country, the person right. Oh yes, as hard as it may appear for you to accept, but the person will be right now because that's the standard you set. You cannot change the rules in the middle of the game. It doesn't work that way. The whole tournament got to end. Then you go back to the drawing board and say, you know what? We said something way back, but I think from the past game now we got to change it. We are in the middle of the game. We're not changing the rules. You made Liberians to believe that you can accuse the president of bringing drugs to the country, even when the president is not involved with bringing drugs. You know nobody did that. You tested it worked. So if Liberians are now accusing the president or other people in the government of bringing drugs, they may be technically wrong. Technically, they may be wrong. Politically, they are correct because that's the political, food that you dish out, and everybody will have their own parcel of the meal. The same way you made Liberians to believe that for people to curse president, hey man, hey wife, hey Terry, was a good thing. Today, Prophet Key today, he not pass out the president, he not pass out the bad president, he pass out the chief justice. Boy, you're drug grabbing, you're carrying the G. Something you guys nurtured. You know the party youth chairman who is the deputy at NTA used to go to Yanga Koluba base in Oro. He used to be seated, pressing. Yanga will insult a certain president. He will insult a certain vice president. He will insult everybody related to the government. Why you need? I don't even want to dignify him that much to call him name. But he's at NTA, he's a deputy. He used to go there. He will always be around Yaka. And Yaka will be insulting a certain president. Today, Yaka pass out Joe Parker, all of them vexed. All of them got vexed. They pack money and go to Richard Kun for them to remove Yaka. Oh, you are this intolerant and you were doing it to other people? Look at the shame and disgrace happening to our country. Drugs. And let's raise all of the key questions. How did the drug come to this country? How? Who are the owners of the house? Who are the Liberian counterpart to this whole terrorist group?
And one more question I would like to ask. Right. This Colombian guy, is he a permanent resident?
Thank you.
If he is, who actually offered him?
Who offered him? Who gave him residential status?
Exactly. And there's also another information from somewhere that back in the day you had this, just a minute, I need to get it clear. Caroline Frozen Fish. Mm-hmm. It is across here. And it is owned by Colombian.
Okay.
And according to information a few years ago, this particular Caroline Frozen Fish was also linked to something that has to do with drug.
Good.
And then you have a Colombian guy. And this is owned by a Colombian as well.
Okay.
So all these things you need to connect the dots.
The truth of the matter is, who provided the assurance to this Colombian guy?
Don't worry, come.
And this Spanish man? Who told these guys? People in Colombia, the people in Spain, they can speak Spanish. That's what I know. Who told them? Who convinced the Spanish guy? Say, y'all come. We run in that country. We don't own that country. They can do rack to you.
So don't worry about it. The road is clear.
And the truth of the matter is, the unity party that I know, and I can go to any debate with any of them on it. Hey, don't even try. Do you know that the $19 million drug issue, when it was discovered by the whistleblowers, do you know that they did everything to suppress the information about the $19 million? They did not want that information to come out. They did not want it. Ask all those at the airport, they did not want the information to come out about the $19 million drug. Mm-mm. But because the whistleblowers were unbending, it was late. By that time, I already get all the picture. I mean, if you getting all the picture, we started sharing it on Facebook. So the government had no other option, Alexa, but to go have press conference the next moment. In fact, when he came over, he said, $12 million. In fact, $8 million. From $8 million, it went to $12 million. From $12 million, it came to $19 million. But in real life, it posted out $50 million worth of cocaine. Why does the government reduce the figure that the business? But they're going to reduce figure now, the new worker, $200 million. It is not funny. But the truth of the matter is, nobody out there should be adding there. The UP that I know, the Unity Party that I know, will not voluntarily, they will never, and I repeat, the Unity Party government that I know so well, They will never voluntarily provide update on a second major drug bust in less than 45 days. Voluntarily, they will never make that disclosure. They didn't know about it. They'll go there quietly, arrest it, and an NSA operation, an NSA can do it for, come on. Elisa, the two boys got in, put the passport in the bag, sue in the money, put it on one of the flights, and send them. Whatever they will do with the drugs, it's up to them. Either they burn it or they find another buyer nearby. Whatever the case is, for the guys to come out and have that press conference, I may be wrong. For them to come out and have that press conference and say, oh, carry camera, it had to take the pressure, according to my sources within the Joint Security. My sources within the Joint Security told us that it had to take the intel from the partners. You know the Americans, they got their security intelligence here. All the other embassies, they got their intelligence. So the men look at me and say, you, Biago, we're monitoring something. We've been monitoring it from way Colombia. The drugs in your country. It been almost 10 months. I know why. I know you're not seeing it or you're seeing it. You're not seeing it. But see, you're seeing it. I'm telling you now. The drugs in you want yellow and blue horse. The whole in Town. You pass out the way you jalo full shot. You pass out the other play. That it just in fact, we send this one clean code men with you, and you know to show the whole place. It has been reported through our sources that the partners themselves were able to tip the police intelligence and say, hey, it's just sitting. So in that kind of case, even when you knew about the drugs, you're not able to rally. Because at the time of rally, I play the breeze come and disgrace you now from behind. And that's how these things are happening. You see why we're concerned that the $19 million drug case should be independently investigated? Because when you play with the investigation of these kind of things from the very foundation, it jeopardizes the surety, the genuine, nature of the whole investigation. That's what's happening. That's what we know. Look at what Alessa said. Today you showing. I'll be there. Oh yeah. Today you are showing the home where the over $200 million drug
The 19 million horse
was discovered.
it only water.
But yeah, guess what? We have not seen the picture of where the $19 million drug was kept.
It only water. Who will go there? Who will go there?
So it should let you know that one of these issues, somebody compelled the government to act.
So they're going to say it is a joint investigation.
Oh yeah, somebody compelled them to act. They compelled them to act. I don't want to believe that they acted on their own. Well, I will commend them if they did. But what I do know from my sources that I cannot disclose, they acted under pressure. They acted based on intelligence they received from the partners. And you dare not play with American people intelligence. The American will call you and give you intel, you try it, begin your EO. And no boys in the Joint Security now want either. Father also twice or three, not a melody paper. He said, oh no, me, I ain't not Greg. I know how you do, but you gotta keep me in there to go arrest you. You gotta carry me in there to go arrest. I know how you do it, but you gotta arrest. And we know these things because our sources within your midst keep telling us. Now, are we interested in all of those things? No, we are not. What we are interested in is to face the psyche of our society. When you want power, don't be so desperate. All the things I taught today, if you don't grab anything, grab the point I'm making today. When you want power, don't be so desperate to the point that you will set yourself up for failure. All of the bad things happening to the United Party today is because of what they did. To allow innocent people is difficult, it's dangerous. Somebody ain't doing anything to you. You work on you just put one big lie together, you lie. It will confront you. Look at what happened with the drug situation. In less than 45 days, we are arresting over $200 million worth of cocaine. Man, how you guys treating this country? I thought you were supposed to liberate the country. I thought you were supposed to rescue the country. I thought you were bringing kush to the country. How come we get cocaine coming every weekend?
Cocaine.
Huh? People used to be bringing kush. Let the other boy who and Joe Baga took picture together. Hey, you know the boy, Dominic, how they can call him, Monique. I name. He and Joe Baga got plenty picture together. They catching the last time they finish catching the tape picture before they got information say they begin to take picture with the president. And that's yeah, possible. If they finish taking a picture already before they realize, say, oh, but you know the man can be with the president. Why I done you're late now, already get a picture. And I want better. You check out that body in jail. You check out the free. I wasn't Dominic Molu. You check out.
We haven't heard anything.
Yeah,
about
but
him.
Have you seen Dominic Molu go to any court before? That's why it is. That's why I'm saying to you. And so it is a shame, my people. It is a shame. It is a shame. It's a disgrace. And I wish those who were making the fruitless statements accusing other prominent Liberians of importing drugs, I hope they can now lick their wounds. Because from where we see it, this is what it is. Come on, let's head back. But what you know, it's the ordinary English, you can say, what didn't he? Yeah, I mean, the standard way is what is the meaning of you having drug seizure? 2 major drug busts in less than 45 days. They play with Colombia, Guyana, or Mexico.
We're back to.
I want to get drug factory in Liberia. So I say that Frantic Kinu bring the drugs to the country.
Yeah.
You smoke opium in your head. Frantic Kinu. You may say the drug did not come through the flight. You may say the drug did not come through the flight. Okay, I want to agree with you.
And that's why I don't want to believe that it was brought here on any flight. No.
Oh yeah? That drug may have entered the country either by land, through some of the borders in one truck,
But see,
heavily guided by influential people and their.
We have the Coast Guard, right?
The Coast Guard get one boat.
So all these questions we need to also investigate. Not we, but the investigators.
The Coast Guard get one boat.
They also need to investigate.
One boat
for real.
The white guys are caught. I doubt it. But let them ask the white guys, how did they bring the drugs to the country?
They're going to get their phones. They're going to go through those phones to know the people they contacted, the people they've been in constant, contact with. Names, numbers. They have the power to check, the communication and whatever it is.
At the end of the day, one thing that is sure and clear is the fact that the government is embarrassed. The boys in power are ashamed. They are confused. They are only wearing bravery on Facebook. All the government officials you see on Facebook acting like they're strong, that bravery. Psychologically, they are down. It hurts so much when you now make big mouth. They'll pull you there no way. I can play the pull you on the feet now. You running, you're a cow. Briefing, you're a cow. Woo, 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 woo. You can't touch football. That's what happening to these guys in power today.
When you're now on the board, you know all the ways where the knight should go, where the queen should go.
These guys said Georgia had power to stop drugs from coming to the country.
You don't know the strategy.
We have to tell the Liberian people, hey, Liberian people, no, Alexa.
And that's why I will not sit here and dictate to Liberians who to accuse, who not to accuse.
Yeah.
Because I will be unfair to them.
They made it appear like George Weah had power to stop drugs from coming to the country, and he was just allowing it to come. So I put it back to them. George Weah was removed as president of this country democratically through the ballot box. Today he is former president. You remove him because you felt he did not have the ability, he did not have the wherewithal, he did not have the power. No, you said he didn't have the skills to stop drugs from coming to the country. That's why you remove him. That's why you voted for change and rescue.
Oh yeah, my people.
The rescue father there now. The drugs not even coming in kilo.
The new conversation here is at least
200 million.
Like at least we are for at least they got the people. Okay.
What?
Small.
The people on the job, they didn't catch it.
No. You know, people forget, right?
Yeah, so they didn't catch
people forget easily. They forget easily.
You went to campaign and you created the picture. Like George Weah had the power. They are our country. We got over 4 million crossing points. As if I decide to go Ivory Coast without passing through any gate in the country, I can do it. You don't know? If I decide to go Ivory Coast or any neighboring country without passing through any gate, I can do it. I will not pass through any checkpoint. I can do it. That's how porous our borders are. In the midst of those undeniable facts, we saw Liberians outrightly accusing the former president and his cabinet members of being responsible for drug importation. They went to the voters and told the voters, if you bring Joe Barker to power, if you remove CDC and put Unity Party to power, the drug issue will end. They said that. They shouldn't close their mouth today and they didn't say it. They made those promises. President Barker himself stood on campaign, he stood on podiums and made commitments. He made it appear like to stop drug was like going to the switch, your level switch. You do plap it off. You do plap it go on. That's how they made it appear. They made it appear like the solution was inside. You could just touch a pump and you have your desired answer. Interestingly, we are where we are today. It's difficult. It's a shame. It's a pure disgrace. It's disappointing. Oh no, maybe I need to say it is disgusting. How y'all defending Warner?
At least I keep telling you this. Maybe you're now on the social media now.
Now your thing what you're doing. We should not get no more drugs in August.
No promises. Did we expect something today?
June?
Did we? We did not.
June 8th, 19 million.
21st of July.
July 21st? Over 200 million. Maybe August 24th, we will have 500 million. Then September 11th, my birthday. Okay, your birthday is September 4th.
No, please.
Another birthday is September 4th. We got 50 million drugs. Oh, my brother, we got 100 million. So every month in the country, Tobago will be dedicating drugs.
It'll be catching it. So we saw it here. We saw it here.
No, they'll be dedicating it. See, they are not dedicating projects.
So yeah.
They are not,
today, you're right.
Yeah, they are not dedicating projects.
Yeah.
You know how many times you saw Joe Barker dedicate projects?
Because the first one, it was shown to the public. It was the image and the
that dedication. So everything dedicated to drugs.
And today, the same thing.
Man, you guys are shameful. No, I mean you are shameful. If I say you guys are shameless, I mean I ain't no English because you're not getting shamed.
When you're introducing zombie, how you call that?
Your friend Abi Coleman, he was the one who...
Yeah, Abi called me saying you are coming to come appear, walk in. Who said come appear and come and get rich?
Fine.
Abi, where are you?
The drug issue is terrible. So you see what it is? It is difficult to mix politics with real life challenges.
Oh yeah.
That's what you did. And that's why nobody going to feel for you as a government. Nobody going to feel for you.
Do the work.
You are that big more man passing around just drinking King Jew in the community. You go to the people woman, whole day you persuade the people wife. Do they your husband? I will be doing everything for you every day. They man, every day you cooking by mother in the if I become your husband in the morning, that's spaghetti in the afternoon, that favorite driver in the evening, that shawarma in the night,
Hot chocolate.
Hot chocolate. You will be living in sponge bed, cold water bed. Your current will not bap.
Flacel will not test you being glass.
Every week you feel your head. You not promise a woman everything. Oh, your husband not correct. Your husband poor. Your husband they want. They won't come to you now. Gary said to eat that trouble. Gary, for her to soak it, a problem. If she manage to soak it, she gotta go for palm kernel or sugar to her neighbor.
Say we'll get better.
Then you say the citizens, the young people, the neighbors should not question you. They're questioning you not because you are poor, but because you said these things will not happen. The promises you make, that's what we're holding you back. If you have seen the drug issue under Georgia as a national emergency that needed no political alignment or exploitation, by this time you would have had Liberians, regardless of their political lineage.
You have a collaboration.
You would have had them standing alongside with you,
Serious collaboration
in the fight against drugs. But you did not do so. You made it appear like when the first drug issue happened under President Ware, you made it appear like you had a 2023 jackpot that you needed to cash.
You see, the thing about rape, sexual violence, the thing about drug, you see, you cannot politicize these things. And the reason is very simple. It will be anyone. That's why you need to have an approach that is very collaborative, where everybody will agree to have all hands on deck. But no, that was a very, very different discussion with you guys. And today, here you are, in as much as you're telling us at least these people are being caught, as though, drug dealers have never been caught before in the country. But we should not be here discussing this. And again, I am not going to tell any Liberian who will say, oh, that person bring out and say, you stop it. Because I will be unfair to them. In as much as I'm not going to say, like, Oliver bringing it, because I don't have any evidence to prove that, yeah, Oliver is bringing it. I'm not going to tell other Liberians how to say what they want to say. Because that was like a very, very simple walk in the park before that anybody would just sit here and that person would just write. Oliver is bringing drugs in the country. Oliver is destroying the lives of young people. And nothing will happen to you. And that was something you built up on. And today you're here. So please do what you can and do what is necessary, what is needed. Because Liberian mothers, fathers, and young people are looking up to you to do the right thing. We have not forgotten the first aspect of it, 90 million, no. And this second one, it is just starting. So it means we have like from today up to August, we're still going to be on this. God forbid we shouldn't have new updates. Say we'll get new people again. Now it will be Italian, Mexican.
If you're bringing another more drugs in the country by next month, there will be issue.
Because we still on the other one here, and we get to the end here.
Up to now, we have not seen the real owner of the $19 million drugs, and you're coming 200. You're coming 200 million.
Yeah, what are we putting in?
What can I come to there?
That you won't wash the clothes the other month. You keep it different batch of dirty clothes. I only want. Then you get another clothes. I want a whole factory now, and that's not what we want. Like for real. So all the questions we're asking you people, please answer. I know you would tell us, but you guys are not investigators. I think we do a hell of a job here because we've been on this. We have not been tired. Sometimes we don't want to talk about it because it sounds like every day you're saying the same thing. We have not backed down, and we continue to ask. Whose house is that? We need to know. Who are the Liberian contacts? We need to know. Are these people, permanent residents of this country? If yes, how long have they been here? We want to know. Where exactly did these people transport the drug from to get here? What means? Was it via the seaport? Was it via road or the airport? In as much as I don't want to believe that, but anything is possible. So we need to know all these things. And since you have started with the cameras, I hope you continue with it. And while we're asking, for me, I still want to know, as a Liberian, I want to know the first house that housed the 19 point something million, cocaine. I want to know where that house is. I want to see an image of it because I did not see anything. I don't know if some Liberians saw. For me, I did not. So I still want to know where that house is. I want to know, who owns that house again and everything else. The same way you're dealing with shipping company and this, that. I also want to know all these pieces of information. We want to know.
Okay. So we'll leave it right there. We'll go to the lines. Hopefully on tomorrow we will dig deeper into the D2A issue. But by the way, the former Minister of Finance told the world that Jeremiah Kun is behind the decision of the court to want to attempt to overturn his non-guilty verdict.
A lot has happened to
him. Samatwe said he's not going back to that court. The court rule ever saying that he is not guilty, he would not submit himself to anything that has to do with a kangaroo from a justice. A Jeremiah Kun won't put in the jail, let Kun go to a hall and put him on and carry in the jail. The two men will do it. And somehow, when the rule of law is being teleguided in a way that it will please individuals instead of the Constitution and the penal code, then the country is in trouble. You pray for the country. Those who still got good connection with God, you pray for the country. Those of you who can still talk to God and God can hear you, pray for the country. Because a time will come. I don't want to sound like a prophet, but I am thinking that a time will come. We saw what happened in Badger Fadger, right? The citizens stood up. Till today, they are still defying an attempt for police to go to that community. They will act the same way. They will even add more than that.
When the people cannot be protected by the laws,
Alexa,
they take the laws into
they take it in their own hands. When the law is being seen as pleasing one group of people and leaving the others vulnerable, those who are vulnerable will fight back. Let this sink in the minds of those in the United Party and this government who continue to think that you can continue to use the laws to exploit the people of the country. It should sink in your heads. Let it sink down in your skulls. Because an attempt to continue to use the law to muscle people. When you use the law to muscle me, when the law should be serving the purpose, if I cannot find protection in the law, I find protection in my muscles. Oh no. Listen to me. And let me say, with no fear and whatever. If I cannot find protection in the law, I'll find protection in my muscle. That's how country can spoil. That's how country jump into flames. People gotta be advising those in power. Governmental power is not to be exploited for your personal benefit. We are all protected under the laws of our country. If you accuse me of being a criminal and you are unable to prove it beyond all reasonable doubt in a court of competent jurisdiction, that verdict should lie. To want to attempt to undo it because you feel injured, because you feel it is going to crumble your political gray sheet that I'm walking free, although you do not have the evidence to entangle me. And so you decide to use order or orthodox means to get me entrapped. The people say even the worm that ain't got eyes to see, when it is pressured, as blind as it is, it will fight back. Even when it will die in the process, it will fight back. But it will not surrender to intimidation. Just stop it. I have not had a chance to talk to Charles Taylor, but the last time I heard him speak, he said there were things that some of those were doing to him he was not like. Hey, begin Kimba. I have not had a chance to talk to Senator Prince Johnson. I said one time, last time I saw her in the car when he called me. That's how you remember? Yeah. I have never had a chance to speak to the late Senator Prince Johnson. I have never to say one-on-one him and say in the same room we're talking. It has never happened. One day, last time I was driving somewhere, I got a call from him. We started lecturing. I said, "Oh, man, okay. I haven't seen you. We got to find time to meet and talk. We lecture good, nicely." Was it in 2021? Somewhere around there. 2021, 2022.
Yeah.
I think 2021.
No, I think it was the beginning of 2022.
Yeah, the beginning of 2022. Yeah, somewhere around there. Yeah. Senator Prince Johnson. And after that, we saying on the radio, yeah, Senator Prince Johnson. I have not had a chance to sit with him, to meet with him. But the last time I heard him talk about what happened during the war, he said someone were doing something to him that he did not like. Because don't have the power, don't have the men, don't have the courts, don't have everything at his disposal. Prince Johnson said he didn't like it. I have not seen Sego the Wande Corner before. The Larry will be man, I have not seen him before. But when you were given the chance to speak at TRC, he said, "Charter, this is way he not like."
Everybody was doing things that somebody they didn't like. And they had to do what?
Sego the Wande Corner said, "Charter, doing something with the constitution, with the country, with the power, with the law, with the everything that he did not like." He's a good corner, so he went and do Larry. Your man that know, your father that know. More matter. Boom.
And all those things contributed to the unfortunate backwardness of this country.
I have never seen Senator Thomas
tells you.
Yaya Nimle. I've never seen him before one-on-one. We have not had a direct conversation. He's a fine old man. Very refined. I like his school of thought. The old man he's very sound, logical. I have not seen him, but the last time I heard him talk, he said there were times Chancellor was doing some things that he did not like, and so he did the model rebel. John Garang, Glazabo, where the model song there.
How do we know that song?
Oh yeah, the people who know model know the thing I'm talking about. Model King, because he did not like something Chancellor was doing. Now, all those who did not like what the other leaders were doing, they may be wrong, they may be right, but the leaders too did something that they were not supposed to do. In the end, we are saying if the cat should not eat the fish should not smell. Let's respect ourselves. Where your right stops,
another man's right begins.
That's the rule. That's the golden rule. Government power should stop somewhere. The citizens got their own power. When you decide to leave what is for you as a government and overstep your bounds, Chairman Akun, you were never the vice president in the country 5 years ago. Oman Joa Taylor were in a seat. Kun, you were never the vice president. There is no record on the face of the earth that you remain vice president until all die. It's not possible. Even when you amass all of the power that you want. Let's hope that what Twa is saying is not true. But if that is the case, why do you want to do so? Because you're vice president? Because you are the vice president? That's what we told Omen Parker the last time. 5 years ago, you are not president in the country. Somebody else was president. That person took you to America with an initial $86,000 to go treat you. So if you could be vulnerable to the point where you needed $86,000 to immediately resurrect your health, it's a clear indication that at a certain point you were nobody. You needed somebody to come and help you. So no matter how many power you have today unto yourself, whether you get powerful overplus, the longest serving president in the history of our country, Raul Elisa.
So William
V. S. Todman, baby Share Todman. You know, his son can call baby Share. A junior, William V. S. Todman Jr. He can call baby Share. He probably instead of calling Share Todman. He don't want to go on the boat, carry old man in there.
He had it going on.
Yeah, put three, 5 old man in the boat, carry on the sea. Smoke cigar, with the smoker in the field. That crow boy is to enjoy life.
Is he a spirit animal?
Oh no, man, he's blowing smoke in the old man face, cigar boom. Man, to carry on the sea 3, 4, 4.
Where is he today?
Gone and dead. All the big properties he built, he left it behind.
Abandoned.
Somebody children and I ought to maintain it. So, well, that's why it is. So even as powerful as you think you are, you will die and go. That power will end. Your children. I mean, I believe some former president they can be scared to call their names in this country because of what your parents did. Some former president, former president cheering their wives and other people, they're afraid to be identified. Oh, that child son, yeah. Oh, I don't want son, yeah.
Because you already have the state.
Oh, I don't want son, yeah. Because of how the fathers lived when they had power. This thing they call power is not to be wrongly used. So we'll deal with the 12 issue by tomorrow. But we don't have the luxury of time. Alexa, let's open the lines so our people.
Yeah, we have like 3 minutes.
Yeah,
but
less than that. Let's open our lines quickly so our people can make their input here on 87.9. Quickly, let's take this quick break.
Peace for them before Ramstar for Liberia. From the center to interior Ramstar, keeping us safe, they're stopping crimes for all of us.
Crime Stopper Liberia is your community crime fighting partner. Don't take the law into your own hands. Remember, if you see a crime, report it. This is a message from your own self, Old Man Sam Sion.
Okay, Old Man Sam Sion, Crime Stoppers Liberia, Freedom Radio Liberia, FM 87.9, 255 * is the code. Let's go to this caller. Hello, sir. How are you? How you doing?
Good afternoon and good evening, Alexa. Okay, how are you?
We're great. We're great. Another more cocaine in the country, over 200 million in less than 45 days.
Okay. You know, I know many of you station manager for your station and what have you, but I don't air our view. But man, all the cocaine has been brought in the country was brought in by Joseph Boakai and Jeremiah Koo. Those are the drugs dealers.
You sure about that?
I'm telling you. With evidence, they are the one behind it. You know the guys who did it, and the guy want to carry on some fake development, and they, you know they're talking about that $1.2 billion budget. That is one of fun. So all that cocaine thing happening, it is the government that is sponsoring the cocaine. It's the government. It's a government issue. It's a government thing. They are the one that's sponsoring the cocaine issue in our country.
Okay,
100%.
Wait, you did not call your name though?
Yes, because of security reason.
Okay.
Look at the dangerous set of people.
Okay, we'll leave you right there. We'll leave you. Let's talk to the other person. Hello, go ahead. 1 minute. How are you?
Okay.
We're good. What's your name? Where you join us from? Quickly.
I'm patient great from people remember the container great from okay. I suspecting Baka. So Baka came from Freetown Sunday. They didn't join a rat Tuesday.
I beg you, please.
They make it on Sunday. They join a rat on Tuesday.
So what happened in Freetown? Freetown they get a drug?
Do I say Freetown?
They just you know the Freetown president brain you see Baka brain so they say because if they say how they make a rat Sunday kill yourself, you are going to do yourself and look at it going to the you guys know follow it. They make a rat Sunday they join here on Tuesday. It's efficient. We are considering the mayor, but that follow that doing that. Just make us story.
We'll leave you right there. We'll leave you. Let's leave you and take another caller. Hello, how are you? How you doing?
Yes, good evening.
30 seconds.
Thank you so much. This is Derek King, an executive member of the Concerned Chamber of Justice. See, thank God all of the things that the people say about President Weah, which are true, is now coming to light on the accuser. Who accused President Weah is a Boakai, who is a serial cocaine president. On in Wash, we saw 2 truck load of cocaine, brown cocaine, coming from other Drazon today. Like I said the other day, their cocaine is not just 19 million. Their cocaine more than 500 million. But they got been selling the cocaine small, and there is nobody can tell me say the people taking the drugs from all Liberia bringing it to Liberia. No, they got drug laboratory in the country.
Whoa.
That's why they producing the kind of drugs.
Okay.
And you seen it on the last kill. So thank God for our international panel for them helping us to make sure that we get this thing. But what I want for no guys is to expose the government officials who are working with them. Thank you.
Thank you very much. We'll leave you right there. Let's talk to the one. Hello, how are you? How you doing?
Hi, okay.
We are great, man. CC, let's hear you, man.
me say hi to Alexa. I agree with Alexa today that she will not tell anybody to not accuse anyone.
How's your daughter?
So I will start by saying, Joey Abo.
What's he saying?
Joey Abo. Joey Abo. Who's getting on now? What coming now? What is coming now in the country? You lie on drugs where you're breaking food. You were lucky for children that getting a food today. They were getting drugs, they were getting food today. You are breaking 500 million. In our country. In our country. Papa, all the bonus, enter somebody home. You go there, the next thing was put yesterday, water. You go to a criminal president, you come to the other country, you bring drugs. If you will stupid, okay, will not stupid. They can tell anywhere we will accuse all of them that accuse we are that you are breaking food. They're cooking, your friend ID, the president, Jeremiah Koo, a girlfriend, whosoever they are in the drug cartel. Say they burn nothing but drugs so they can't open the drugs. The other one can't show but they won't support of cooking.
Over 200 million.
I said, and you want to say, I see your friend. They say, oh, don't say this. They won't call me up. But they said they to my brother do it. He might not go anywhere to the cook. They don't go drag to it for your own and case to solve this state. They never want a case. It was clear. The whole international war, the father of the donor, who won a case against government. So they leave that case. They can't go for that case no more. But they can't go for 2 locations to solve it. Let you stay at your house, go check it for a bedroom, and carry to solve it. They will agree. So the go to the phone will not agree. Thank you.
Okay, we'll leave you right there. Let's talk to the person. Go ahead, quickly. No time. Let's hear you.
Good afternoon. Okay. Good afternoon, Alaka.
Hello.
They were calling for Justin. They concern Liberian for Justin.
Go ahead.
Okay. Thank you very much. Okay. As my sister just dropped the lamb, how did you say? So we are go. Retire with Kujo. Today, 200 million we can see the house in Friday. 200 million today. What place coming from, Waka? President, where are you from? What place coming from? You come from President, you come from Freedom on Sunday. Today, draw the rod, 200 million. No, okay.
So like
the women are on the street. The women are on the street Friday. Now, tomorrow I want to see for your children. What kind of Wednesday or 200 million? Yeah, Jeremiah Koo will come up. We're Father Sai, Material Copo. The Wednesday, 200 million. Take to go that is forcing the people to end. Take to go. You know, Pare, that what you say again? That what you say? That what you say?
Okay.
She want to you. Let me tell you.
Thank you.
Stay to your home. I'm asking you, stay to your home. No one will touch you. And when they will touch you, then walk out with two friends will sit down. Thank you very much.
We leave you right there. Let's talk to the other person. Go ahead. 1 minute.
Yeah, Chief, I want to appreciate you ever so much for the show. Well, it is actually established and it is clear that the United Party government election used to bring the church to church Vietnam. Like the way they used to put the death on the street was called the government. So they are exposed and they will continue to be exposed. Thank you.
We leave you right there. Let's talk to the other person. Liberians are talking. We have no decision on what they say. Hello, how are you?
Yeah, good afternoon, let me say hi to Alexa Vanjaskori.
Go ahead.
Hello.
My name is Asampi and I'm joining from Duara. You know,
I mean, they are new drugs or 200 million.
I know the thing, we're not overlooking the thing very, very serious. We're having 5 more days to go to our National Independence Day. Can you imagine? What's going on? Because you told our people that voted for you, you told that you could be the Georgia, so you want to tell me that the Georgia will not tell me the truth? Then why are they going to arrest the woman? Because at the time, they want to empower you to stay. They want to Jimmy Clark. They want to bring in the job. Georgia is to go to work. Georgia is to do the work. Now he's not in the picture of why we still saying drugs. You know that people are saying, okay, somebody don't want me to have today. Why having this drug discussion? Very much clear. I'm passionate there.
Oh yeah, but when the partner do a point now.
I got to tell you, the Babylon nobody, Babylon knows. I got to put that thing, but if it's in your heart, if it's not happening in your heart, who will go? You know, you don't want to hold your children. And she said, that's right. So that's the one I love it. Yeah, thank you for your voice. I beg you, I'm a free brother. My father is my brother.
Happy birthday in advance.
Okay, thank you very much. We leave you right there. We leave you. Let go and take the one. Hello, how are you? How you doing?
Give me okay. How you doing, sir?
We are great, and we are now told that the quantity of drugs we are seeing is around 600 million instead of 200. It's not easy.
600 million. Oh, I read Chaklapoti. But let me just say this. This is the voice of the common channel. P1P William is concerned about justice.
Go ahead.
The thing is clear. Every month, the rescue team will be dedicated to us. They will dedicate that 600 million just. Yeah, how they've been doing the other dedication. So their project now is cocaine. Cocaine will be dedicated to Liberian people in due time. Jeremiah goes to the Imam Baka and all the rescue team members will come to dedicate. That is their project. That's what they give the Liberians to do. They lie to us that they want to fight just. They scam us by going to stay in for camera and do justice. And I know how Liberians was so loaded thinking to think that when you want to fight just, you gotta go do justice. Anyway,
Thank you. We leave you right there. We talk to this other person and we talk to two more, then we go home. Good evening, Chief. Let's hear you.
This is Energy. I'm calling from Rototown.
Go ahead, Rototown, baby. Yep.
The owner is a drug cartel. You know that he said it's what drug test. That drug test is so full. To deceive the Liberian people here, they tell little president. They are in close connection. When you hear the road from Douala to Bowasa, 4-lane road. That road bringing all the trouble and the people will pay that road and then here. Waka and the Italian president are in contact. When you hear Waka say 100 days, no car will eat. That is depending on.
Okay.
You went to Turkey, is another drug company where the chief cartel live. So the man is not here to help us. Let the road come for him and they tell
Okay, thank you very much. We leave you right there. Let's go and talk to the other one. Hello, how are you? Yes, sir. How are you? Oh, Papi. Oh no. We missed out on that call. Let's go back and talk to this one quickly. Hello, how are you? Quickly, no time. Let's hear you. So we'll go.
Okay, I'm James Bond Jr. calling for the traffic. Okay.
Go ahead.
Okay, now easy. So you also can say I'm not in the car. You can see that picture. So when I see no station, we'll listen to it.
Oh, they can be making power. You're in the cars?
My station. I never listen to radio. All of them, they never listen to radio.
Well, I don't listen to radio when they are disappointed in their own government. If they're in the car, tell them, let them change their government. They will not change the station.
Oh,
yeah, they voted. They voted for the government, thinking the government was going to change the situation. I mean, right now everything's false. So drugs. Every month they're launching drugs. Next month again they'll bring some more drugs.
I'm telling you, okay.
Thank you very much.
You know, okay, there are some people they not let for them to let you go. Sometimes when someone funny you let it go. Even if you in a relationship, when a relationship, you understand nothing, let it go. You see what person we are there? They may get the power on, they may have a carry on. You see what happening? In a regime, they are exposing it. Every day they say that we are bringing jobs. Yeah, now. That power we are getting from me and I am you. We are getting for God to expose them.
Thank you.
So when someone funny you, give it up.
Thank you very much. Thank you. In less than 45 days, put the car speaker way up. It is valid and get done. In less than 45 days, another drug. The people say right now over 600 million. Let's talk to the person who called you a day. Hello, how are you? Go ahead, man. Say you the last caller.
All right. Your thank you, my children. They even say they arrest 2 people for the drug.
Yeah, there are 2 white people. There are 2 white people, but one know the black people who and they were talking, the Liberian people who and they working together. One know the government. I won't tell her yet.
The government will tell her, say one person car on, the black one will car on. We can't agree. Jamayaku. Salame, I listen to them ask for what now way. You just say from a window, just put carry around, you will free. Hello?
Hello, we hear you.
Yeah. What there? You're trying to take for after 2 weeks. They want me, all people there, go if people want to eat a net, and order a net, it will not work. It will not work. You all your heart, all your friends. It will not work. United Party.
Thank you.
You're carrying out everywhere. Thank you.
Thank you very much. We'll leave you right there and call it a day. We'll be here on tomorrow, Alexa and I. Have yourself a wonderful time. God bless you.
Bye-bye.
Okay, until then, have yourself a wonderful, wonderful time. Freedom Radio Liberia. Let's take a break to be back on tomorrow.